Sorry for being so late on my videos. My studies is taking all my time, so I rarely ever have time to make videos. But today I have a few moments to spare, and I want to talk about horror movies this year and in the future, because I don't know if you've noticed it, but none of the horror movies that have been coming out this year have been decent. I guess none of them have been scary at all. Like, not at all. I saw Lights Out and a shit bunch of other horror movies, and let me just tell you, don't bother watching any of that shit. It's not worth it. It's not scary. It's not horrifying. It's not like you're getting that rush that the rush horror movies actually gives people are supposed to give you. The excitement, the fear, everything that it's supposed to revolve around. It just doesn't do it anymore. It's just low budget reboots, more or less every single movie. It's low budget or it's a reboot, and the reboots are usually just made PG 2 years old, PG 2 years old, yeah. So 3 years old can watch them. They're not even horrifying, the movies, and I don't know why they're doing this. I get the money and all that for entertainment and movie and blah 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 and whatnot, but come on. Please deliver just a tiny amount of horror quality. It's almost 2K17 and still not a single horror movie worth watching. And the only thing that's been making trailers for is reboots. Just reboots. The Ring, The Blair Witch, whatever. Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been made 30,000 times. So yeah, it's just bad reboot and low budget shit. And then there's all these new people trying to be creative and all, but they just use Windows Movie Maker and no, just don't make horror movies and use Movie Maker. Just don't. It's a bad cocktail, really bad cocktail. I don't get it. I mean, you guys, what scares you? What kind of horror movies do you guys like? I personally like when it gets frightening. I don't mind if it's either with the occult, with the Ouija board, or if it's a psychopath or whatever. It just needs to catch the audience. It needs to grab my attention. It needs to be hectic. There needs to be something going on, but nowadays it's just lousy actors and horror movies that doesn't represent or make anything exciting until there's about 30 minutes left, and then it's usually some stupid ass shit. If it's not a brain dead plot twist or some stupid ass shit like that. That's basically everything they're creating at the moment, and I don't know why. It seems like they're thinking, whoa, this is a hit, people really dig this shit, but I don't really think so, to be honest. And in all fairness, I think if you want to watch a horror movie, you should really get horror out of the horror movie. Just like when you're watching a Marvel movie, you're watching a superhero movie, you're watching superheroes. But watching a horror movie, you're just left bored. The only horror about the movies is the boredom it left. You're just sitting almost falling asleep because the movies is so fucking dull, nothing happens. And I want to say that I will give shout out to anyone who's trying to make the new videos, because we need some innovation. That's always a good thing. But if you can't execute it properly, please expand your network, try and hire some people, talk around, socialize. Maybe someone might help you, If you have a good idea that could be built on, improve it. There's always a reason to make good better and bad worse. Or so I usually say. But in this case, that should also be the option you should go with, in my opinion. Because if I knew someone who was a decent editor and had a GoPro camera or some shit, I could actually prove to you a point that I could make a movie that would be far more horrifying than any of that stupid paranormal shit they've been spitting out with these Ouija boards and paranormal activity and what the fuck not. All this lame ass shit nobody gets scared of anyway. So yeah, it's all about expanding your network and getting out there, because if you're one of those who actually have made a video, like I watched this one called The Coffin Tapes or something like that. It just seems like a guy who's being chased by Slender Man, and it seems like he's just been making the entire movie in Windows Movie Maker. So yeah, it actually ruins movies. But I'll give him props for actually trying to be creative and make something his own. But it was just executed very poorly. But hey, at least we should give the guy a little bit more props than what the Hollywood are making at the moment. Another thing about what they're doing with the horror movies is why do they have to input all this drama? Why all this drama in horror movies? People are frightened, they're panicking, they're scared, they're frightened for their lives. And you want fucking drama, you want people to cry and somehow. Listen, when you're being fucking haunted, there's no time to cry and moan about. You get your fucking ass out of that building immediately. That's practically it. That's basically not use 25 minutes on crying and hugging and tell how sad you are and now you're going to die, boo-hoo. We've seen it in all kind of movie, whether it's drama, love, or action movie, or horror, or thriller. It's drama everywhere, every fucking word. It's just stupid ass lame drama in every single movie, and I don't know why people take it, but they do for some apparent reason. So yeah, that aside, it still doesn't belong in a horror movie unless you really want to go on aim for people's sympathy for other people. If you want to hit the area like that, well, you could go for it. That's also possible. But what they're doing now, they just need to simply stop what they're doing, because their movies is just pure shit. It's not worth spending your time on, not at all. Because yeah, it's not good. It's not quality entertainment. It's not quality at all. It's just horse shit, a pile of horse shit, and that's basically what they're making their money off. And yeah, I think it's sad because they keep making money. I think they're doing fine, but in reality, their movies is just the biggest pile of shit ever made in human history. And that fucking sucks, especially when you're a movie lover like me, who would really dig to see some decent movie action or some movie quality. But do we get to see that? I'd love to be proven wrong, but as far as it goes at the moment, I stand corrected. The brain dead, stupid ass, good for nothing movies they're creating. That's with no kind of scary ass shit or any other thing in that regard. Because, I don't know why, because reasons, I guess. And that's, it's kind of lame, because what if you and I actually were to, let's say, watch an extremely scary ass movie, and then all they would give us would be something like, I don't know, let's say Insidious 3 or Lights Out or Annabelle. I mean, come on, Annabelle, everybody said it was a scary ass movie, and there's like one person who dies in that movie. That's not a horror movie. You watch a horror movie to watch people die, not to fucking watch people live. It's not even that scary. It's just overhyped and overrated. And I think Chucky is way more scary than Annabelle, to be honest, because this Annabelle doll is just no go. Whether it's authentic or not, I don't give a shit. It might be as authentic as it will. But the movie is still the worst piece of shit ever made. And I'll say, even I think The Conjuring 2 was a decent movie. But that's as far as I'll go about that, because I had a shit ton of questions about that movie. There were so many elements that didn't make any sense, and otherwise I couldn't get it to add up in my head. It could be me who's just fucked up. But anyway, it's still insanely crazy that might actually be the only one potential hope they've been producing this entire year. Anything else is just not worth wasting your time on. I've even saw something from I think it's the Ring reboot. I mean, what the fuck, come on. The same goes for Blair Witch. It was awesome because it was so fucking new of its time. That's why it was so revolutionary. And now they think, we can reboot that and make some money. No, you fucking retarded turds, you cannot. You made the Blair Witch 2 and see how far that got you. Not very far. Because it was a big fucking failure. And it's gonna be the same with this, with the Ring, with the Blair Witch Project, anything they're rebooting, it's just gonna be a big pile of shit not worth spending your time on. And yeah, I thought I'd actually just let this out to people's concern, because I doubt I'm the only horror movie fan out there. There must be some other people who love a good horror movie every once in a while. The same goes for me. But the thing is, they don't give us any good horror movies anymore. They don't give us horror at all. It's just drama and crying for 1.5 hours. And maybe if we're lucky, we get a little bit of drama. Oh no, I'm sorry, we get the drama, because that's always involved in every single movie, regardless of the category. I mean, you could even go ahead and watch Taken with Liam Neeson. That would be drama in, though it's more, it's more adequate for the theme of the movie, Taken, to have a little bit more drama. But you see stuff like, I don't know, The Purge. Let's say that's a little bit more of a thriller, but even in movies like that where people are going insane, crazy, and they're supposed to just wipe each other off the earth, they still manage to, I don't know, spend 30-40 minutes of just pure drama where people, I don't want to die, I'm so sorry, I love you, blah blah blah, all that fucking drama shit. Come on, we know what The Purge is about, and that's what we want to see. We don't want to see people cry. That's fucking retarded. But you know, I don't know what the fuck these people are thinking, if they're thinking at all. But yeah, I think we should make something, #save horror movies, or bring save films, because we just had it with all these stupid ass movies, low quality, good for nothing, quote unquote horror movies. I don't know where they get that from even anymore. It's basically just low budget and hot bitches. That's what they're tossing in their movies, and then they call it horror. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, help me save movies, guys. That's where I'm gonna end my video. You guys stay horny, awesome, and have a nice day.